Hey, it's Tom. I as a lot of you know, I'm moving, and I'm cleaning out the man cave and the whole house. I'm moving to a different area that's more accessible for me. Now, as I was cleaning things out, I wanted to really do this year a review of some custom knives that I own. That stuff's falling everywhere on me. I wanted to do a review of some custom knives that I own that I've been using for over 5 years now, and this is one of them. This is a William Collins prototype. I believe this was the prototype to the Hog's Tooth. This is called the Prepper. Sorry about the glare from the camera. I can't help it. All right. Now this knife has been all over YouTube. Just off the top of my head, Travis Henry from Survive Without, Justin Wolf from Wolf Customs, Briar Go Killer from Briar Go Killer channel. Briar actually made the sheath for this knife. He's got a video up if you want to see it. He's out in the woods banging on stuff with it. So, just wanted to do a review of this knife 5 years later. I've used this knife a lot. This is actually the first time this year I used it to do up a deer. A friend of mine stopped by a couple of days ago. He got one with the flintlock, and we processed it with this knife. I've used it in the woods a lot, and as a chopper, oh man, you can't beat this thing. It hacks wood. 6-inch blade on it. You wouldn't believe what you could do with that. Is it 6-inch? Might even be 7. I never actually measured it. Now, the odd design of the knife. It's like a Nessmuck, Parang, Kukri. William is very progressive with his blade designs. This is basically what we know of as a knife. You know. And, yeah, that is a 7-inch. This is what William produced. And he's still producing knives to this day that are just outside the realm of your norm, but inside the realm of the fantasy stuff. And, brother, they work. So let's take a good look at this knife. Starting from down here at the end. On the pommel, you have this little piece out of the extension of the tang. And I've used this. It's got a good 90 on it, and I have to resharpen it, but I've used it to scrape trees, scrape bark off, strike my ferro rods, you name it. It's a great little addition. Now, the lanyard that I had in here, it got all bloody, so I took it out. But there is a nice lanyard hole there. I believe these are Marcarda handles, the scales. There's 3 pins and no liners. Trying to do this because this thing is like a razor. But the contour of the handle itself is just, it fits your hand so perfect you don't even know it's there. Obviously, it is a full tang. Okay? Let me give you a little shot of them contours. There's a W.C. as you can see there. Now, let's get up to the blade. This Nessmuck lump is what I call it. This will definitely ride your skin up for you so you can skin the deer. Trust me, been there. This whole area right in here now, this is a good sharp 90. But if you want to use it for a skin scraper on a beam, flesher, works perfect. So that's the top of the knife. All right, you can use it for a ferro rod. The flesher does right up like a butcher knife. This front part here, I've also used that to scrape things with. You see how that fits in your hand? and it's flat. You can use it to scrape things with. Ferro rod, you know. So, now, well, that's a really odd shape, like blowing up nest muck, whatever you want to call it. Let's start back here. This little notch here in the blade. If you want to do feather sticks or whatever, that little notch is perfect. And you don't have to worry, you know, it's not far away from you. It's right there. See what I mean? Now, going up the blade, there's this sweet spot right in here. If you want to hack off wood, carve stuff, use it as a draw knife. Oh man, it eats wood. That's all I can say about it. But that's a sweet spot right in here. Now, when you get past that and you get into this big curve here, this is your chopping area right in here. Okay? This bites into wood on a chop like mad. But this is your heavy chopping area. I can't say enough about what this knife will do in the woods. If I was lost and had one knife, this would be one of the ones I'd want with me. But now you got that big belly for skinning with. Filleting fish, whatever. The tip is really unbelievably, you can see the glow on there. It's unbelievably sharp, so you can get in there and you can do the fine tasks. This knife is an extension of your hand. You don't even know you're using it half the time. I can't say enough about the knife, and to be honest with you, the odd design has got so many uses on that blade that it's really remarkable. Now his WSK knives, WCSK I think it is, the survival knives, they have multiple uses on the blade. So William really thinks out his blades. He's not just a knife maker, he's a knife innovator. And like I said, when I first got this, I looked at it and went, oh man, what do you do with that? That's, you know. And the more I got to use it, the more I got to love it and learn the knife. It's amazing. Now, there is a slight patina on it. This knife is really never patinaed really heavy. And I do clean my knives up from time to time, you know, to take the patina off and whatnot. And, yeah, I just did that deer, and there's really not very heavy patina on there at all. The knife itself weighs, I'd say, about a half a pound. It's got some chopping weight to the blade. Balance on it is, if I could stop shaking. Balance on it is right at the ricasso. Which is where you want a knife balanced. Not too heavy in the hand, not too heavy in the blade. William, I want to thank you once again. You cannot beat this knife for a woods knife. It's not too heavy on your belt either. And in case you're wondering about the odd angle of the way the blade is shaped, when I was doing that deer, see how my hand fits this on a flat? The way the blade is designed, if you put the tip in on the flat, your hand's up in the air enough to where you can adjust the angle of that blade across any flat surface without losing grip or anything else. It's just amazing. It really is. So, this is the William Collins Prepper. As I know of right now, you can get a hold of William on Facebook, Instagram. You can get a hold of him on WCKnives.com. You can get a hold of him on YouTube. If you don't own a W.C. Collins knife, or a W.C. knife, I would advise you to check one out. Even if you got to make payments on it, save up money, because you're getting such an outstanding quality of knife you would not believe. I can't tell you how much quality is in this blade and how well this blade works just by a review. I can tell you this, after 45 years of running through the woods, if I was going to get caught out there with one knife, it would be this one. There's two other ones that I have that much faith in, or three other ones, and that would be my K-bar and a couple other knives I won't mention here. It's just, I can't say enough. So it's the W.C. Prepper. Get a hold of William if you're looking for a knife. You're not going to waste your money, and it will be a knife you'll have the rest of your life. And give them a look. Once again, William, thank you. And she's still going. I was going to save it for a keepsake. William said, "Oh, no, that's a user knife. You use it." So, thank you once again. This is Tom. I want to thank you for your time and your patience. And we'll see you guys on the next one.